Hello, my name is Sang. Nice to meet you.
My name is Dee. Nice to meet you too.
How are you today?
I'm fine. What about you?
I'm very strong.
Okay.
What do you do? Zui?
Um, I'm a student. And you?
I'm a fourth year student.
Okay.
How old are you, Zui?
I'm 12. I'm 13.
Mm.
I'm 23. And you?
I'm 23 years old.
Okay.
Yes. Are you married?
No, I'm not. I'm still single.
Mm.
What about you?
I'm still single too. Okay. When do you usually where do you come from, Zui?
I come from Taipei province.
Mm.
And you?
I come from Taiping province too. When do you usually go home?
I usually go home on holiday. And you?
I usually go home at weekend.
Okay.
Yes. Um. How often do you go home?
I go home twice a month. What about you?
I'm go home twice a month too. Um. Uh, who do you usually go home with?
I usually go home with I usually go home with my friends.
Yes.
What about you?
I usually go home with my brother.
Okay.
Yes. How far is it from here to your hometown?
It's about 4 kilometers. And you?
It's about 150 kilometers.
Okay.
Yes. How long does it take you to go home by uh, how what do you do? Let's
How
see.
long? How long?
How long does it take you to go home?
Um, it takes me about 4 hours.
Yes.
And you?
It's about 4 hours. And you 4 hours.
Okay.
Thank you.
So welcome.
Have a
Nice to
nice
meet you.
day.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Excuse me, may I ask you some questions about the daily routine?
Yes, of course.
What time do you usually get up?
I usually get up by 5 a.m.
5 a.m.
Right.
What do you usually do after getting up?
Well, after getting up, I usually go to school.
Go to school?
Right.
What time do you usually go to school?
I usually go to school at 7 a.m.
7 a.m.
Right.
How long does it take you to go to school?
Takes me about 15 minutes.
15 minutes?
Right.
I'm sorry, 15 minutes.
Right.
Why do you usually go to school?
Pardon?
Why do you usually go to school?
Because this is my duty.
This is your hobby? This is your hobby?
No. Because this is my duty.
This is your duty?
Right.
What do you usually do after coming back home from school?
Well, after coming back home from school, I usually have lunch.
Have lunch?
Right.
What time do you usually have lunch?
I usually have lunch at 1 p.m.
1 p.m.
Right.
How long does it take you to have lunch?
Takes me about 1 hour.
1 hour.
Right.
Where do you usually have lunch?
I usually have lunch in my room.
In your room?
Right.
What do you usually do after having lunch?
Well, after having lunch, I usually go out.
Go out?
Right.
What time do you usually go out?
I usually go out at 2 p.m.
2 p.m.
Right.
How long does it take you to go out?
It takes me about 3 hours.
3 hours?
Right.
What do you usually do after getting home?
Well, after getting home, I usually have dinner.
Have dinner?
Right.
What time do you usually have dinner?
I usually have dinner at 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
Right.
How long does it take you to have dinner?
It takes me about 1 hour.
1 hour?
Right.
Who do you usually have dinner with?
I usually have dinner with my family.
With your family?
Right.
Okay, thanks for your help.
You're welcome.